I challenged myself to doing 20 days consecutively of the Wim Hof breathing technique while timing how long I hold my breath at each interval, just to see the results. So what is Wim Hof? Wim Hof is a breathing technique designed by Wim Hof himself to allow you to feel the energy that's inside, to show you your strength and your power and your health. Overcome the challenges of day-to-day life, raise your consciousness up to an elevated plane, and ultimately make you feel like you're superhuman. It's in this space where things that seem impossible now become possible. If you don't know who Wim Hof is, broke, I believe, over 20 world records, 63 years old and he's still breaking records. A phenomenal athlete, and he does things that literally don't make sense. He was to just list the things off that he's done and actually reflect on them and say that this is one man that is completing these tasks. It ranges from being in ice the longest, climbing Mount Everest in his boxers, swimming under icy water for I don't know how long, but it's seriously, he's a freak of nature. Pushed himself to such an extent that all of those things that are deemed impossible are now achievable through his method. So if you don't know who Wim Hof is, you should seriously go check him out. Changing the world in such a profound way, and all of his methods and practices are now being implemented in thousands of people's lives across the globe. Even in hospital settings, they recommend Wim Hof's breathing method to help patients with certain diseases and stuff like that. So it really does have a place, and that place is significant in this world. So what is Wim Hof? Now, in today's video, I'm only referring to the breath work. There are a few pillars to the Wim Hof method, and today we're just going to be exploring the breath work one because that is the one that I challenge myself to doing consecutively for 20 days. Another pillar is cold showers and pushing yourself into cold environments. I do that frequently anyway. It's something that I'm very passionate about, which is the reason I got into Wim Hof. I first seen Wim Hof on a Joe Rogan. I had no idea who he were. He was getting called the Iceman, breaking records, and I was just completely compelled and interested in who he was. Kept seeing his name flying around, seeing him pop up on social medias. My friend bought his book, read that, and said that it changed his life in ways. I borrowed the book. I read the book so quick. I've never related to a person and a book so much in my life. I feel like the journey that he had throughout his life, states of awareness that he got into through the cold and through the breath work that really relate to me because I'm searching for these sorts of ways of adding more layers to your conscious mind, and I really believe that Wim Hof has done that for me. I feel as though pushing the boundaries of comfort offers a space for real progression to be made. Unlock more of yourself, more of your potential. You invite more opportunities for yourself. Enough ranting. You've probably got to this point and are still wondering what the method actually is. Let's try and do my best explanation of it now. 3 to 4 sets. I personally like doing 4. I believe Wim Hof recommends doing 4 as well. So if you're wanting to try it, I would recommend 4 sets. It's 30 to 50 full inhale and exhales. So I do 40. I would recommend 4 sets and 40 breaths. If you've not heard of belly breathing, I believe it to be a Buddhist origin. Why all of the Buddhas have really big bellies in all of the statues and pictures and stuff like that. It's to highlight belly breathing. You're not actually breathing into your belly, it's you moving the belly out of the way and starting the inhale from the bottom of the lungs. And so in order to do that, you push your belly out. Start by practicing breathing into your belly. So start with breathing in and going and blow your belly out and just stop there. Try that first. Breathe into your belly and then stop. I'm going to stand up and show you. So into your belly. It's a bit weird, I know, but once you can master breathing into your belly, that's step 1. Then what you want to do is master breathing up into your chest, which should be the easy part because that should be how you breathe anyway. You go up into your chest. If you've practiced belly breathing and just for a few times and you've mastered breathing into your belly, what you want to do is put the two together. So you want to go fully into your belly as much as you can and then move it up into your chest so you get 100% of the lung capacity oxygenated. So it's a step by step. It goes belly, then chest. Belly, chest. I hope that makes sense. Side note when editing, Do not stress whether it's through your nose or through your mouth. As long as you're finding the best for you and the way that it feels most comfortable for you, it really doesn't matter. The duration of the 20 days that I did it, I found the most benefits coming from just nose breathing. But I tried them all and I had some really good sessions through my mouth and some really good sessions through my nose. Some people say mouth breathing is really bad for you and that nose breathing is really good. So I would recommend nose breathing for someone who is inexperienced. But it really doesn't matter. Do whatever's comfortable. Wim Hof doesn't care. He says just breathe, motherfuckers. Once you have mastered that technique, you do that 40 times in a row, and what you're trying to achieve is a constant, steady flow to every breath. It should be at the same tempo. You should be however many seconds in and however many seconds out, the same volume. What you're trying to achieve is the steady flow. Imagine it being the sea and the ocean's breezing up on the shores and coming back out, back up onto the shore and back out. And what you're trying to achieve is, as I say, the exact same cycle to every breath. And once you find that, you should feel extremely relaxed. Once you've done the 40th breath, you'll do your 40th inhale and the 40th exhale. On that exhale, when you let go, hold your breath. It's not a competition. As soon as you get the urge to breathe, breathe. Do not push yourself. It's not about that. So once you need to breathe, then I'd like you to do a full inhale back in, all the way up 100% of the lung, and hold it again. And this only needs to be for about 15 seconds. You've done your 40 breath cycles, you've held your breath, and then it's one big last breath in, through your belly, through your chest, and that should be where you feel all of the energy. I would take a moment to just pause the video on this section, on this screen, just so that you can truly understand what the method actually is and what I'm asking of you. What I propose to you is that you time how long you can hold your breath right now. Just no practice, just straight away, just go, breathe out and hold your breath, time it. Then do one set of the breathing method and see how long you can hold your breath again. And then 2 sets, and then 3 sets, and then 4 sets. The more sets that you do, the longer you can hold your breath, the more oxygenated you become. And while doing so, you'll also feel a wave of energy. We know that we are not something physical, that we're not just skin and bone, that we are energy. All matter has energy, it has a vibration. And from doing the method, you can feel that energy. You remove all layers and attachments to the physical realm in a way, and that state of consciousness, that the only thing left is the buzzing sensation that you get from the breath work. It takes up all of your conscious awareness, and from doing that you feel your energy and you feel alive, and it gives you more energy, literal energy, throughout the day. I do it in the morning and I've been continuing doing it throughout most mornings. I won't say every, but most mornings. Each and every day I feel as though I've got more in me, I've got more go, more drive, and honestly I would recommend it to anyone. By this point, I'm hoping that everyone who is interested in the Wim Hof and didn't previously know what it was now understands what it is, and maybe even some of you will give it a go and will find some light within it. But for now, I'm going to show you my challenge. It was recorded on TikTok and I did it for 20 days and I timed how long I could hold my breath. I know my technique in the early ones is not perfect, but by the end of it, and especially now, I have got the technique I like to think to a T, so you might even be able to see the progression, but do not judge the early ones too much. This is me before doing any Wim Hof. This is day 1 of me seeing how long I can hold my breath using Wim Hof. Day 3, seeing how long I can hold my breath using Wim Hof. This is day 5, seeing how long I can hold my breath using Wim Hof. Day 10, seeing how long I can hold my breath using Wim Hof. Day 15, seeing how long I can hold my breath using Wim Hof. Day 20, seeing how long I can hold my breath using Wim Hof. So that is my challenge. I started off at 20 seconds and I ended up at 3 minutes. Ended up plateauing. As soon as I'd hit the 2-minute mark, surpassing 2 minutes was a massive challenge. The method itself is about connecting yourself with your body, with your energy, with your strength and with your health, and giving you more energy throughout the day. At the beginning, I was like making progress and it was fun to push myself and I was reaping the benefits. The more and more that I did the method, I found that it doesn't matter how long you hold your breath. Once you get to 2 minutes, going past that is you're not gaining anything from it. The only thing that was left was the egoic mind. So then it stopped being a place of meditation. It started to be a thing of, well, I've got to push myself to beat the time that I previously had to try and prove a point that I can do better. I could have done that. I could have prolonged the urge to breathe to try and better the score. I started with an agreement with myself that I wouldn't do that. That if it ever got to a point where I was pushing into somewhere that's dangerous and doing something that you shouldn't do, then you shouldn't do it. This is about something that's productive, positive and healthy. So you should listen to your body whenever you get the urge to breathe, breathe. It should be a listening and an observation as well as a practice. You should be hearing what your body's saying and what it's speaking to you. Not fighting the egoic mind saying, I need to do better, I need to get a better score, because then you're seeking the wrong thing. I quickly found that, and the plateau didn't seem to matter. I think that 2 minutes is the perfect target for any person. You don't need to do it for 2 minutes to reap the benefits. You could do it for 10 seconds. The peak full experience is probably 2 minutes. Super pleased with the results, enjoyed doing it. I found myself in a weird spot actually being on TikTok and uploading to TikTok because it sort of ate me up a little bit. It caused me to be on social media more and I really didn't like it. Giving up the TikTok side of it just at the moment and I'm just focusing on the YouTube. Still going to try TikTok, but I'm going to try it in a little bit of a different way, I think. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you can take something away from this video, and if you were curious about who Wim Hof is, what the method is, what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, I hope that this video has acted as a guide and a helping hand and pointed people in the right direction. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I say it every video because I really want you to understand how much it means to me, you spending your time watching me. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.